So I'm here with Ed Karazinski, IT Solutions Director from IIS. So Ed, what are some challenges that your clients are facing?
Wow. The challenges our customers are facing today are that they're in a cloud-first, cloud-enabled environment, and they still have some aging on-prem solutions, as well as escalating costs in the cloud. So they're asking us, what can we do around all this? Is there some way we can manage this? Perhaps we can move some applications back from the cloud, repatriate them on site, or can we modernize some of that architecture on-prem? And that's what we do here at IIS.
So what are some methodologies that IIS uses to assist your customers?
A lot of the methodologies are ones you would normally default to thinking, right? Interviews, understanding the business challenges and costs, as well as what is the data? Because it's a very data-centric conversation. What we're finding is a lot of the states and local governments are starting to enact some legislation that says data has to remain within the governance of their state or county in some cases. And as we go through these interviews, we understand the business drivers and the business costs, okay? And then we have some analytical tools, because what we find is a lot of customers are very emotional about what's occurring, and we try to remove the emotion and deal with fact. So we'll look at what utilization of the data storage may be, the networking, the typical IT aspects that you would see in a customer's ecosystem, as well as what those business drivers are today and going forward. And what we do is we design a solution around HPE GreenLake that allows them to have predictability and known cadence over time for the next 3, 4, or 5 years as to what those costs will be.
So what is HPE GreenLake?
HPE GreenLake is not only a product, but it's a solution set where a customer can have all of their equipment with a digital dashboard and to see how the utilization is on all those components, as well as do the administration from one single control plane. So if you remember, one of the challenges customers are having is, how do I manage all of this? So we've got that single pane of glass to allow them to see what their utilization is, as well as identifying any problems on capacity, performance, as well as things that will go wrong, right? A fan may fail here or things like that. That all those alerts will be correlated through that system.
So how does HPE GreenLake help their customers with their cloud-first objectives?
Well, first of all, HPE GreenLake does qualify as a cloud per the NIST definitions, so that checks that box. And its products are available as a service, which is typically why customers go to the cloud. What they want to do is spend only on what they're utilizing. So we architect a system based on our analytics that is sized properly for their peak workloads, as well as the minimal workloads that they experience. And should they have growth, either from expected over time, say storage as that grows, or they acquired a business, a change order, simple change order is put in place, and that equipment is added to the ecosystem, and the cost goes up again as a service. And that definition is set for the term of the contract. So many of our customers are entering into a 3, 4, or 5-year contract knowing what all those components are going to cost them over that time span. So when their executive walks in and asks them, what is this going to cost to onboard this new project? They, within a matter of calculations in a couple seconds, have an answer.
So does a customer have to have a data center to use HPE GreenLake?
Absolutely not. That is one of the key benefits that HPE did when they organized and built the GreenLake solution, is they have partnerships with 3 of the leading providers, and we can architect that to be part of the as-a-service model. They can bring their own data center if they have one, or they may have an existing relationship. That's the beauty of HPE GreenLake, is the equipment can be located for the best use for the customer.
So how does IIS help a customer on their GreenLake journey?
That's a great question. IIS has been in business for over 30 years. And what we've done over that time is taken an innovative approach, and with some feedback, we analyze what we've done, what hasn't worked, what has worked, and we really put ourselves in a position to be a consultative partner with our customers. So we understand their business objectives, we understand what each person, the role that they play in that company, and what the challenges are that they're facing. As we discussed earlier, some of the customers are facing a higher rising cost in the cloud. So what we might do is look at that workload and say, is there a way to repatriate that workload? Or they've got some aging infrastructure. So we look at what are the parameters on why is that aging out? Is it a software license that they can't apply because the hardware is too old, or is it just something that just wasn't maintained because those personnel aren't there anymore? So with GreenLake, we're allowed to not only build a solution based on hardware that everybody traditionally would expect, but add the services. We have HPE's GreenLake services and IIS services, so we continue that relationship with them over time.
Thank you so much, Ed. So for more information, you can contact us at insights@iisl.com. We'll be right back.